Hi, Andy Herringshaw with Tractor Innovations. Today I'm in my hometown of Eugene, Oregon to show you the installation of this constant flow coupler kit onto a John Deere 3032E tractor with the 300E loader. This kit is what can power a backhoe, a log splitter, or lots of different implements, including post pounders, and really any implement that you'd put on the front or rear of your tractor that just needs flow going through it anytime the tractor is running. That means whatever the implement is needs to have its own valve to actuate it or turn itself on and off. So this very simple kit goes right onto your tractor and plugs into the Power Beyond loop and puts a coupler right here on the rear of the tractor where you can plug in any implement you've got. This kit includes all the hoses, brackets, hardware to install this on your tractor. Today this is going on the 300E loader, but I build these for lots of makes and models of tractors. You can check out my website right here below to see the different tractors that it can go on. The first step to installing this constant flow kit is going to be installing the supply hose from the Power Beyond port of this loader valve back to a supply coupler right here. Then we'll connect a hose from there back to the transmission of the tractor. If you have a tractor manufactured after 2023, you likely have a newer style loader valve. I'm not showing it in this video, but here's a picture of where these pipes will connect to your new loader valve. The tractor I'm working on today is an older model. To access the Power Beyond circuit on this loader valve, I'm gonna first take this little shield off that is kind of in the way. You could do without, but I want you to see what I'm doing. On the loader valve, we've got 4 hoses in this protective sleeve going forward to the loader cylinders. We've got a pressure in port and we've got a tank port. The port we're most interested in is right here, pointing down. That is our Power Beyond port. So before we loosen anything or touch anything in the hydraulic circuit, make sure all the pressure is out by moving your loader lever to all the positions. Lower your 3-point hitch. This one's all the way down already, just to make sure no pressure is going to come out when we open things up. I'm using a 15/16 wrench and we're going to loosen that Power Beyond fitting. All right, we've loosened the Power Beyond pipe here, and this entire pipe actually needs to come off of the tractor. So I'm gonna trace it all the way down until we get to the transmission. We'll loosen that side and take this entire pipe off. So when I look down here, it is the center pipe all the way through as far as I can see. When I get under the tractor, I'll look for that center pipe and identify where it goes in the transmission. Okay, I'm coming down under the tractor. I've traced this center pipe all the way back, and it is the rear fitting on the transmission. These pipes are kept in several keepers all the way along the route, so I'm gonna loosen and take those keepers off so I can remove that pipe. I'm gonna do that before I loosen the rear fitting, because if I can move this pipe a little bit, I can blow compressed air in it and get all the fluid out of the pipe before I disconnect it. Those front keepers were 10mm bolts. This rear one is 13mm, but on this tractor it's actually broken, so that pipe is gonna come out of here without even loosening anything. But that would be a 13mm one if your tractor is not broken. Pro tip here, I've got this hose loose and it's out of the keepers, but it is full of fluid. If you shoot compressed air in there, seal it up real well here, you can blow all the fluid back to the transmission before you disconnect it, and you will make much less mess under your tractor. All right, now it's time to finish removing this Power Beyond pipe from the tractor. So I'm undoing this fitting from the transmission. You'll have to wiggle the wrench a little at a time. We have removed the power beyond pipe, and all we're left with is this fitting in the loader valve. These are O-ring face seal type fittings, and those are nearly impossible to get hoses made the right specifications. So we're going to remove that and change the thread on this fitting. All right, there's our old fitting out. And I've got a bag of fittings. And the new one is ready to go in with a more adaptable thread. We can get hoses fit up to that thread much better. Clean that lip that the O-ring is going to sit against, and that fitting can go in. And we need to change the fitting on the transmission as well. A ratchet with 7/8 socket is going to be your best way of getting this fitting off and the new one on. We have the new fitting inserted into the transmission, and the return hose will plug right in there. So I can uncoil this, and we're going to follow the same path as these original pipes. So I can start it through there. And I've got a 90-degree elbow here on the end, just like the original, and that's going to go onto this new fitting. To make it easy to thread this hose under the tractor, I'm going to take this 90 off, and we do put a tag on there. We don't send it out tight, so that's just a reminder that you need to tighten it before it goes on, before you put it to use. With that, we can thread the hose easily under the tractor, and then we'll attach the 90. This supply hose is going to follow the original path of the pipes underneath the tractor. From underneath, I push the hose up here towards the rear of the tractor, and I just need to bring it up about this high. This coupler is going to go on, and I'm going to mount it right here above the fuel tank. To mount this coupler, I've got an L-shaped bracket and a backer, and a hardware bag with the bolts. We'll start with the L bracket. This is going to mount on the inside of your rollover protection bar, and take a look at which holes line up to the outside of the rollover protection. You can go ahead and insert the bolts through this and set it onto the roll bar. Take your backer plate and slide it here on the outside, and each bolt gets a lock washer and nut. All right, hold this up so that this bracket is not contacting your fuel tank here, and go ahead and tighten those bolts. Use a U-bolt over the center of the coupler, just like that, and slide the U-bolt through the bracket. Lock washers and nut to finish each of those. Don't over tighten this U-bolt. If you clamp this outer sleeve too tight, it won't allow the inner piston to slide. There we go. And don't forget to tighten before use. This needs a 1-inch wrench and a 7/8 wrench. To connect the return hose, we can go ahead and plug in this male coupler. This is a good time to test this anyway. You should be able to just shove to connect, pull to disconnect. If it's not connecting easily, you could have your U-bolt tightened too much, or you could have mechanical interference back here. Just check that the inner piston can slide in and out about 3/8 of an inch. But this one is good. Now we can take this hose and run it under here and connect it to the transmission where we put in that new fitting. There we go. Well, there you have it, the easiest and most affordable way to get a constant flow coupler onto your tractor. This is where you would plug in a backhoe, log splitter, or other implement that has its own valve that just needs flow. To connect an implement, all you need to do is disconnect this coupler. It does need to be connected back to itself whenever the tractor is operating without an implement. But so it'd be sitting like this, disconnect it. Now you've got two couplers. This is your supply side, so you'd plug your backhoe into here, fluid goes into the backhoe or other implement, and you plug your return hose in here. That completes the loop, so your tractor is happy. It's got somewhere to send the fluid and return the fluid. When you disconnect the implement, you just plug the hose back into itself and continue running your tractor. Check out my website below for more information on this kit and the other kits that I build to add remote hydraulics to your tractor, hydraulic top links, and much more. Thanks for watching.